History is full of epic clashes between different cultures. The Roman Empire and the Celtic tribes represent one such clash. This conflict spanned centuries and shaped the destiny of Europe. From the sunny hills of Italy to the misty forests of Gaul, these two powers collided. Their encounters left a lasting mark on Western civilization. The Romans, known for their discipline and organization, sought to expand their empire. They built a powerful military machine and a sophisticated legal system. The Celts, a diverse group of tribes, were known for their bravery and love of freedom. Their warriors were fierce, and their culture was deeply connected to nature. The clashes between these two groups were not just about land or resources, they were a battle of ideologies, a clash of cultures. The Romans represented order and centralized power, while the Celts valued individual strength and tribal loyalty. This fundamental difference fueled their rivalry for generations. The Roman state began as a small city-state in Italy. It gradually expanded its power, conquering neighboring peoples. Roman society was highly structured. Family and tradition played key roles. At the heart of Rome's success was its army. The Roman legions were renowned for their discipline, training, and advanced weaponry. They were the backbone of Roman expansion. Roman law and governance were also highly developed. The Romans believed in the rule of law and established a system of governance that, while often brutal, provided a framework for their vast empire. This emphasis on order and structure was a key difference between the Romans and the more fragmented Celtic tribes. Roman ambition, coupled with their military might, inevitably brought them into conflict with their neighbours to the north. The Celts were not a single unified group. They were a collection of tribes scattered across Europe. From Ireland to Turkey, each tribe had its own customs and leaders. However, they shared common cultural elements. The Celts were skilled artisans known for their metalwork and intricate designs. Celtic society was led by a warrior aristocracy. Their religion was nature-based, with Druids playing a significant role as priests, judges, and scholars. Druids were highly respected figures who held both spiritual and political authority. They preserved oral traditions, practiced medicine, and advised tribal leaders. Celtic warriors were known for their ferocity and fighting spirit. They often fought naked from the waist up, their bodies decorated with intricate tattoos and war paint. Their weapons included long swords, spears, and shields. While individually skilled, the Celts often lacked the discipline and organization of the Roman legions. Section 4: Seeds of Conflict, Expansion and Resistance. The Roman drive for expansion inevitably led them to clash with the Celts. As Rome grew, it sought to secure its borders and expand its influence. This brought them into direct conflict with the Celtic tribes who lived in northern Italy and across the Alps. The Romans viewed the Celts as a threat to their security and a barrier to further expansion. The Celts, for their part, fiercely defended their lands and way of life. They saw the Romans as invaders who threatened their freedom and independence. Early encounters between the two powers were often brutal. The Romans, accustomed to victory, were shocked by the ferocity of the Celtic warriors. The sack of Rome in 390 BC by a Celtic tribe known as the Senones sent shockwaves through the Roman world. This event highlighted the very real threat the Celts posed to the Roman Republic. It fueled Roman determination to subdue these formidable adversaries. Section 5: The Battlefield, Legions versus Fury. Roman legions and Celtic warriors represented two distinct approaches to warfare. The Roman army was a highly disciplined and organized force. Soldiers underwent rigorous training and fought in tight formations. The legions excelled in open battle, using their superior organization and discipline to overcome their enemies. Roman soldiers were equipped with standardized weapons and armor, including the gladius, pilum, and scutum. Celtic warriors, on the other hand, were known for their individual bravery and ferocity. They often charged into battle with wild abandon, seeking personal glory. Celtic warriors were skilled swordsmen and horsemen. However, their lack of discipline and heavy reliance on individual prowess often put them at a disadvantage against the organized Roman legions. The Romans, for their part, quickly learned to adapt to Celtic tactics. They recognized the importance of denying the Celts open battlefields where their charges could be devastating. The Romans increasingly relied on siege warfare and fortifications to neutralize Celtic advantages. Section 6. Turning points from the Rubicon to Alesia. The conflict between Rome and the Celts was a long and bloody affair, marked by several key battles that shaped the course of history. One such battle was the Battle of Telamon in 225 BC. This Roman victory marked a turning point in the conflict, effectively ending the Celtic threat to Roman dominance in Italy. Another crucial moment came with Julius Caesar's conquest of Gaul from 58 to 50 BC. This campaign pitted Caesar's legions against some of the most powerful Celtic tribes, led by the charismatic Vercingetorix. The Gallic Wars were a brutal affair, culminating in the epic siege of Alesia in 52 BC. Caesar's victory at Alesia marked the definitive Roman conquest of Gaul and the subjugation of many Celtic tribes. Section 7. Legacy of the Clash, a New Europe. The clashes between Rome and the Celtic tribes had a profound impact on the development of European civilization. Roman victory led to the spread of Roman culture, language and law throughout much of Europe. The conquest of Gaul, in particular, had a lasting impact, laying the foundation for the development of French language and culture. However, the Celts' cultural influence did not disappear entirely. Celtic traditions and languages persisted in the peripheries of the Roman Empire, particularly in Britain and Ireland. The Romanization of Gaul and other Celtic territories was not a one-sided affair. It involved a degree of cultural exchange and blending. The Roman world itself was influenced by Celtic art, music and storytelling. The epic clash between Rome and the Celts is a reminder that history is a complex tapestry woven from conquest, resistance and cultural exchange. It highlights the enduring